There was once a land called Clay Jam. It was a beautiful place full of happy monsters. Until one day, the bully beasts came. For 1,000 years, the land lay in ruin. Then a stranger appeared. This world needs saving, my friend. You must bring me clay. Together we can rebuild the hills, bring back the monsters, and defeat the bully beasts. Let's save Clay Jam! Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Chicken Play and today we are revisiting the game called Clay Jam. The reason I'm playing this again is because before I had to cut it into very small parts. Very small parts. And you didn't get to see the full experience. But now that I know everything and I will be able to show you the whole experience, I will tell you what to do, so I will be your tutorial. So let us play. If you look at the top of the screen, it says choose your game. We are going to play Pebbles Adventure. I'll show you what Monster Love is in a different video. So let's play. Loading. It always takes forever. How to play 1 of 4. Use your finger to gouge lines in the ground and steer the pebble. So instead of making lines, just tap the screen where you want to go and it's much easier to play. Most people only get 10 pieces of clay on the first level, but you can get way more if you just tap where you want to go, because it gives you more control of what you want to do. See, I have 17 or so dang it! Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Hold on. Everything, hold on. Just hold on. Oh. So what it was telling us to do right there is that when we get to those lines, we need to swipe our finger on the screen, and it makes us go fast, and we hit the bully beast, which is that thing at the bottom of the hill, or at the end of the hill. So, after we got it, if you look at the orange line at the bottom, it shows how far we knocked him. We knocked him 63 meters out of 150. So once we fill that up, I'll show you what it does. This is the place to come to rebuild hills and make monsters. So you press his nose to make the monster. More monsters means more to squish. So we have 24 clay if you look at the top of the screen, and this costs 3. So we bought it. This one costs 5, and this one costs 8. So every single one of the monsters give you 1 more than before. So this noodle is blue, so it gives me 1 piece of clay. The green noodle gives me 2. The red noodle gives me 3. And that's how it works with the colors. The blue gives the least, the green gives a decent amount, and the red gives the most. So let's continue playing. Our best distance was 63 meters. How to play 2 of 4. Squash things smaller than you to collect clay. Clay lets you rebuild the hills, which is one of the 2 main objectives. So now that we got the noodles, they are now in our level. See, we just squished them. The green gives you 2, the red gives you 3, and the blue gives you 1. And it's like that with every single color. Blue gives you least and whatever. So once you get to this part, you swipe your finger up on the screen, and it knocks the bully beast. The more clay you have, the further he gets knocked. And then it gives us all our clay. So this is a hill upgrade. So if we go to the hill, it has now been upgraded. And did you see that little house? That's an igloo. And now they will appear on our hill. The more thing... Oh, wait. How to play 3 of 4. Fling the bully beasts as far as you can by growing big and rolling fast. So did you see that exclamation mark on the screen? That was something saying, this is too big for you to squish. You need to get more clay to squish this. See, there it is again. So if you don't have enough clay, you're too small, and then if you run into it, it takes away some of your clay. It also slows you down. And you don't want to be slowed down because look behind you. There's that thing. And if it runs into you, it's game over. So don't run into stuff that has an exclamation mark. You can squish those igloos if you get enough clay, and that means you're big enough. So let's play again. How to play 4-4. Make monsters and rebuild your hill to get the most clay. Good luck! So we shall now play again. So that house is too big for us, so we can't squish it. But if we get enough clay, it will let us squish it. You know if it's too big by the exclamation mark. So we got a lot of clay, so we can knock him even further than before. So if you fill up that orange bar at the bottom, it gives you a power-up called a power play. You've won a power play. Activate it, next go. So let's go buy some stuff before. And every time we get a new monster or rebuild the hill a little, it adds it to our hill. So if you look by the igloo, there are some monsters that we didn't have before. The bigger you get, the faster you'll roll, which is true. Squash 8 rascals. So we have quests, and the second objective in the game is to defeat the bully beasts. So if you want to defeat them, you have to complete every single quest. So our first one is squash 8 rascals, and if you look at below the play button, it says defeat Wanderbeard, 0 out of 20 quests completed. So once we complete this, we will have 1 quest completed. Power plays. Tap this button to activate a power play. So if we press it, it gives us a power up. Now things that were too big for us to squish before are now small enough for us to squish. So there are 4 power-ups from the power play. That was 1, and it was called Shrink. It would have let us squish those houses if we had it on then, but, oh, see, now we can squish the house. So we just got another power play, and what that was the clay boost. Boy, it's loud. Let me turn that down. Okay, so what a clay boost does is gives you, an extra 20 clay. So it's very helpful in some situations. So if you heard that horn, it was saying, congratulations, you completed 1 quest. And this is our next quest. Knock Wanderbeard 50 meters or more. We've already knocked him 170 meters, so that's going to be easy. Now if you look at the bottom, we just got another power play, but it won't be as easy to get them later in the game. See, every time you fill up that bar at the bottom, makes it so you have to go even more meters to get your power play. So some games are super annoying where they just it's too fast. But it's not I still like this game. I think it just goes a little too fast. Everything just goes too fast. And you don't get the chance to explain. So, please don't get mad at me if I'm going too fast. I'm really trying my best to explain. So if you look at the hand at the bottom, it just let us pick which power plays we want to use. So there's fire, which doubles the amount of clay you would normally get. Shrink, which makes it so things that are too big for you are small and you can squish them. That yellow thing closing you in is clay boost. It gives you 20 extra clay. And then, oh, I hate this one. This one right here is zap. You can touch anything on the screen and it goes away, but it doesn't give you any clay, and it's super hard to control. So just X off the ones you don't want to use. I recommend using fire and clay boost because they give you the most. So let's press it. We got fire, so everything is 2 times the amount it would have been. Remember, the bigger you get, the faster you roll. This is the clay enclosing ball. I think it gives you 20 clay. So we just completed another quest, it says. Now we squash 6 noodles in a row. When it says in a row, once we squish 1, we have to squish 5 more in order to complete it. If we squish anything else, we fail. Hill upgrade and bear face. The first time I saw a bear face, I freaked out. Because 1, the name is so weird and it looks horrifying. So if we go look out here. Yes! So now we have a new obstacle, which is flowers. They are on a 3rd part of the hill, and on that level we have bear faces. So we can play one more game, but then we're out of time. So let's play this game. Squash 6 noodles in a row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 5, 6. Okay, we completed the quest. And the game gets so much harder as you go on. It gets so fast, and when you run into stuff, it makes you die so much easier. The quests get way harder, and you have to be way bigger to squish things. So it just gets really hard later in the game, and even harder to get power plays. So we squished a bear face, I believe. And that wraps up our video, ladies and gentlemen. Our next quest is squash 6 Tickety Bobs. But for now, we have to go. Thank you everybody so much for watching. It's been a great time playing this with you. I will see you all in the next video. Leave a like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you all in the next video. This has been Clay Jam, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, Chicken Play out.